Switch it back that like a popo. Don't do these, they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable to wheels and they on ride down to Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. From the got in the gently. Angry and when I was down, I so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe. This do my own. Not gonna lie, some of these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my ring. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting guap. Got a big Benz like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with it, no, it's time now.
A lot of these.
Head coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Lucky 56. Over.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Gone!
Rudolph. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards. Now Bell. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage.
And this is caught. It's Bryant, and it's a Steeler touchdown. Martavis Bryant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. And he'll bang that one through. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown. How about the response? Big time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down. Check.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Tyus Bowser coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Gun!
On first down, Rudolph. That's complete to John Ross. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Going for the deep ball. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. Ebron caught left side. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back. But now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, second-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Stephon Tuitt breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll look to throw. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he's going to go down again. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. And
unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bryant. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Rudolph looking to throw it. This is Bell on the dump off. 20! And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here or an inability to put any points up. this one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Under pressure now, and they get to Kelly. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Here's Rudolph. Forced out to it, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Here's Rudolph off play action. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Gun! 4 down, check. 4 down. Gun! Check motion.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's going to launch this thing way downfield and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Kelly to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hodges. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Hey. 4 down. Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd. Here's Kelly. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Lucky 56.
Now Kelly. Ball had got his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Detroit!
They'll fake it. Now Rudolph rolling to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Play action. It's Rudolph. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the 1st down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Out of the gun, it's Kelly. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the... Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. So give 2 points to the defense. They were in hot pursuit there, and in the end, they force him out of bounds.
You just wondered how he was going to get out of this one, Brandon. We saw him painting himself into a corner, and finally he has nowhere to go but out the side of the end zone.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Throw left side complete. That's Hardy. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Kelly. Eluding the pressure right. That was going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On 2nd down, Kelly. And this one is incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Kelly. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Ross on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And this is a spot late in the clock, near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gun!
Rudolph on 1st down. Out left side here to Bryant. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Martavis Bryant as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He's going to fire one deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
After the interception, here's Rudolph. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A final shot before the break. Rudolph, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, they go option to the right. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Kelly operating from the gun. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. On 1st and 10, Kelly. That's Njoku over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A give. This is Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. To throw is Kelly. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to have a third down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Kelly to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hardy. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Detroit!
Out of the gun, Rudolph. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Here's Rudolph. Bryant with a catch right side. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Rudolph. Flushed out right. And avoids the contact by sliding. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Detroit!
Rudolph going to throw on 3rd and 1. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum Big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They go with Chubb on second down, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. To throw, Kelly. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Brandon, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
Gun!
Now a first down throw, Kelly. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Rudolph throwing on second down. This is Bell on the dump off. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Rudolph looking to throw. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Here's Rudolph. And he connects with Ebron. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game. and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now Rudolph. On the crossing route, complete. That's Bryant. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Back to throw, Rudolph. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Martavis Bryant, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Kelly now. Going to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Gone.
On 1st down, it's Kelly. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 47.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Detroit!
Here comes a 1st down throw for Rudolph. Complete to Bryant. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Martavis Bryant, 33 yards. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Kelly. And bulldozing his way through. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Kelly. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big first down on the fake punt. What a call. 16 yards. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes it's a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Gone!
To throw is Kelly on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Looking to throw on second. Here's Kelly. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Gone!
Here's Kelly throwing on 3rd and long. To the right side and complete to Njoku. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability. Yeah,
you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Rudolph going to look to throw it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
4 down.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game, and this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now down to 20. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Well, they will throw it here with Rudolph. And his throw here is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. He completes it to Bryant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. Rudolph on 1st down. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown Steelers. Antonio Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just. Kelly stripped. The ball is free. But I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Gun! 3 down. Motion. All right, now, lucky 56. 55 to Mike.
On 2nd down, Kelly. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points.